No, man, I think everything you said is good. So you've got a mailing list of 400 or 500 people, right?
Yeah,
You're rocking
450.
and rolling. You are publishing, is it sci-fi or?
Okay, I probably messed it all up. I probably did it all the wrong way. I think if you follow the course exactly, you'll have better results. But you know, I'm kind of a renegade. I'm kind of a maverick, and you can show me the way, and I still might go off a little bit. So I did 2 pen names, which is not suggested, but I have I published nonfiction starting because I wanted to see how the mechanics of everything worked. And I just want to know, like, how do you publish books on Amazon Kindle? What's it like? So I started with some nonfiction books, and now I have 2 series that are almost finished in the fantasy fiction genre with a different pen name. So, but I decided to finish both series completely because they're all related, and I wanted to have them finished and edited before I released one of them, because I didn't want one to be released and then I didn't have the 2, 3, 4 behind it.
I do the same thing.
Because I want to make sure it's a good quality book and has a good ending, and I can promote the next one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release one perma-free, and then it's going to have a pre-sale offer at the end of the book, because you can get part 1, and I'm going to try to make it perma-free, and then part 2 is going to be pre-sale. It's going to be available pre-sale immediately when you get part 1, and then I'm going to do them both like that.
So you have I kind of follow the same thing. So what I'll do is I want my entire series done.
Yeah.
So that I know what the quality is like, right? Because if you have good quality, then listen, I still make money off of books that I published 11, 12 years ago.
That's awesome.
Because I wanted to make sure that they were quality, right? So if you've got good stuff, and like you said, you're making sure that the first book is right, and then the entire series is right. So that when someone buys book 1, they're more inclined to buy book 2. And then because book 2 is good and it follows the same path, they're buying book 3 and so far. It becomes this domino effect.
Yeah.
So you have an entire series done already? Is that
okay,
true?
Well, what I have is I have 2 series that I worked in. I hired a ghostwriter to write 1 series. And so it's a 3-part series. Yeah. And he's finishing up part 3 right now. Part 1 and 2 are done. Yeah. I met with some artists. I've already got the covers done for those. And then right now I'm writing a book funnel book for all of them, because I need a free book in all of them. And so book 1 of the other guys series, my ghostwriter series, is going to have a same perma-free, same book funnel book in it, like to draw leads. But it's a 3-parter series, and the one that I'm finishing up is a 3-parter, and I'm finished with part 1 and 2. I've got to finish part 3. So there's 2 books that we need to finish in the end of their. I'm not even saying this right, getting it out. I'm jumbling up, but
no, you got it right. I'm just impressed, man, that you've done all of this in a matter of months.
And also, I have 5 nonfiction books published, but I learned a lot from that too. I made a lot of mistakes.
So let's talk about those. The nonfiction books, did you write those or did you outsource them?
Both. I tried both. I did some myself, and I did some with outsources. I did some biographies, and I learned a valuable lesson is do not write a biography about a rich person who's alive right now. Write them about dead rich people.
Got you. So because the person that's watching, they want to know why. That's a cliffhanger right there.
Because if the person is rich and picky about their public image, they can appeal to Amazon to say they don't have the right to write this book. Even if I do have the right to do this, Amazon is not going to fight them on that.
No, they're not.
Your book's going to get dropped, and you could be in jeopardy if too many times that happens. So it's safer to write about people that are dead, because if they've been dead for a while, like you could write a book about Albert Einstein, and it's going to be fine. I think his grandchildren are not going to sue you or cause problems.
Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, anyone, Ben Franklin, those guys have been dead forever, right?
And they got good information about their lives, and you could just research it, and you could come up with a short biography or something. So, but one thing I did, I had a book that got dropped from Amazon, and I just sent it over to Draft Digital. I was like, hey, whatever, and I'm making money off it over there.
Yeah. So, where'd you put it? Where'd you put it?
I put it over to Draft Digital.
Gotcha. Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
So I'm making money off of it still, because the guy it wasn't a bad book. It wasn't a mean book. It was just a mini biography.
You got the content. You said, you know what,
Yeah.
Amazon's giving me a problem. Let me put it over here on this other platform.
I researched it, or I hired a lady to research. It's just journalism, basically. It's a guy's life story that doesn't have a biography. Well, we took his information off the internet, off YouTube interviews and things like that.
Yeah.
We made a little journalistic biography about his life, you know. So
what's your publishing process like? So walk me through that for the person that's watching this, right? Because when I do these interviews, and the reason why I like to do these is because everyone takes the Kindle cash flow course, but puts their own spin on it, right? So they'll use the foundation, the basic principles of it. And like you said, you came in and you published nonfiction, right? And then you went in and you did a couple of other things, and so everyone does it differently. So I like to hear how people do it. So what's your process like? How do you research first? Do you have an idea? You're a creative guy, so maybe you might have an idea already, or what?
Okay, I got into the course, and the course is great, the Kindle cash flow course. But then I soon realized that once I got into this course, I'm not really going to learn this course, or I'm not going to get most out of it. If I just watch the course and do all the study from start to end, I'm not going to retain much of that. So I got about halfway through, and I said, I got to publish a book right now.
Okay.
And so I
wouldn't expect anything less from the guy who says, let's do the interview right now tonight.
Yeah. So I looked, I just thought of topics that I thought were interesting to me. And so I started writing a book and researching it. And then I had to figure out, okay, how do I upload it? How do I edit it? Is it any good? Can I do this? And so I hired an editor that I found off Upwork, and she gave me some feedback and stuff, and I edited. I think I learned how the process started, how to write it and stuff. So for me, okay, now this doesn't have to be for everyone. I definitely don't think it is, especially if you're a business-minded person and you're just about the money. But for me, I like a topic that I'm interested in. I start with the topic that I'm interested in, but then again, the research, if you do your research as in the course correctly, that's where you're going to have your money, I think. But I like doing stuff that I'm interested in. So like I say, you need to do the research, but I just went with something that was interesting to me.